Hello, everyone, and welcome to Daily Grace with Pastor James. Thank you for joining me in this episode. This episode is a special episode where we just want to talk to a guest artist, in person of Blessing Lopez. Blessing Lopez, as we all know, is a gospel singer, and she does several other things. And then we've just invited her in here to just come and tell us a little bit about herself and about the daily grace of God in her life. So, Blessing, thank you so much for joining us in this special episode. God bless you. Yes. Just let's start by you telling our audience a little bit about yourself.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Blessing Coward. Greetings to you wherever you're watching from. My name is Blessing Lopez. I'm a gospel artist, songwriter, happily married to Egodibie Lopez, and I'm a professional makeup artist. I'm also into interior decoration. I have a girls only ministry as well. So I juggle with a lot of things. I have a fashion brand. I am a private chef, part-time chef, not full-time. So I do lots of things.
Oh, good. So you are just an all-rounder.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. And so you do all those things, and of course we know that it takes time. You juggle a lot of things around. I've also seen you on your social media platform on so many things that you do. How do you manage these things?
To the glory of God. God has given me the wisdom to be able to just prioritize. Basically, it's like setting importance on the what's most important. So for me, I thank God for my family. My family also keeps me in check. But oftentimes I just prioritize. Basically, if I'm doing music, every other thing has to pause. So I just prioritize which comes my way first and which is most important at that particular point in time.
Yeah. Good. That's excellent. Thank you so much for that. I think another thing that I just want us to talk about briefly, of course, the program is about daily grace, and we know that our living on a daily basis is not by our strength. It is just the grace of God. Mm-hmm. Now, what do you think about the grace of God and the grace of God upon your life?
As the name implies, daily grace. Scripture says that it daily loads us with benefits, and that's a special grace. Imagine you waking up in the morning, you're having a new grace on food, shelter. You're not homeless. Your body is healed. You're healed of diseases. You're provided for. Everything that you need is made available. It takes the grace of God. And one of the beautiful things I love about grace is you cannot bribe your way into being a graced person. And the opposite of grace is disgrace. So it's by the grace of God that at a particular point in time, or whatever you're going through in your office, at your workplace, in your finances, is the grace of God. That's why you're not embarrassed. That's why you're not disgraced. Grace is something that you actually didn't qualify. You didn't measure
up to it.
You get it. It's not something that you have to earn. So grace of God is really a powerful gift that God gives, and He chooses who
He gives
to. So grace of God is really like for somebody like me. Everything that I've done in my life is by the grace of God. I look at the music ministry. I know people that have been in the industry for years, and they didn't have the ease and the speed that I have. All of a sudden, I'm traveling into countries for ministrations. I'm literally living people's dreams. It takes the grace of God. So grace is something that you do not qualify for. You cannot earn it. You can't bribe your way into it. It cannot be bought. It just takes the grace of God to be a graced person.
Absolutely. And that's so powerful. Then the other thing again is, I know that we have a lot of young people, especially those of them that are also following you. They see things outside, and They see how people have made it. Some of them, they think they made it overnight, but they don't know that they've done so many things in the background. They've done so many work. Some of them has toiled through the night before getting to where they are. What advice would you give to our viewers, the young people?
Okay.
Yes.
If you're a young person, a youth, or you feel like you're a youth, or you're a young person who's going through confusion and you're disturbed, your mind is troubled, and you start to compare yourself to any other person, number one thing that you should know is that there's a standard of God, and that the plan that God has for you, it does not owe you any explanation. It cannot tell you, oh, this is what your tomorrow is going to be like. So total worship of your life is to trust God wholeheartedly. Trust the process. Find God for yourself. Know God for yourself, not what anybody has told you that God is. Find God. Cultivate an intimate relationship with Him. I'm sure by doing that, He would direct your path. And also, you have to find your path. Find your niche. What are you passionate about? What talents do you have? Do you have any skills? So that when opportunity comes, you're prepared. You know, so it will be like a divine realignment. I've mentioned a few things. Know God for yourself. Find God by yourself. Get skills if you're not. Because truth be told, these people that you're envying, you don't know what they've done behind the scenes. I've seen people that they rehearse like every other day.
Yeah.
You cannot compare the result to someone who rehearses once a month.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
put in the work. Walk the talk. So if you're looking for a dimension of God's grace or mercy, or you're expectant for a miracle, you need to be prepared. You know, it has to correlate your preparation and the way you carry the things of God on your head. It has to match up. And also you have to serve. I remember all my life I've been in the choir. People are like, when did she start singing that she's going to the UK, she's traveling to Tanzania, all African countries to minister. I've been in the choir all my life. There are times that my work will clash with Sunday and I'm canceling work. And there are times I don't even have money. But I cannot compromise when it's time to serve God, when it's time to be relevant in the house of God. Because truly, I was telling you earlier, sir, that your account, when God will start taking account of your life from your local assembly. Some of you want exposure, but you're not serving in the vineyard of God. If you don't earn the trust of God in the house of God, how will He trust you with the virtues that you want from Him? You need to serve so that you will be served. Okay, so I think I've said a lot of things.
Yeah, that is so
and you cannot
powerful.
compromise. You can't.
Yes, that is really, really so powerful.
Yes.
Most people don't want to give. They just want to receive. And God has given you a gift so that you can use it to bless His people in the house of God.
Yes.
That is just key. And dedication, again, is another thing. If you are not dedicated, you are not going to go far. Consistency is another thing. See, these are the things that you really, really need to ensure that when you are in the house of God, just put in your best. Don't look at anybody.
Yes.
Because you are worshiping God. You are working for God. Leave other people that are not doing it properly, because when your reward will come, people will envy you. People will envy you. And finally, you have just been to RCCG Solid Rock Parish Derby. What's your experience? What do you think about Solid Rock?
In fact, God is here. When I got to church this morning, I didn't even know what I was going to sing about, but I just told God, please, if truly you're here, please help me. And God took charge. So I know, and I'm sure, and I'm convinced that God is here. There's orderliness, there's love, there's unity, oneness. You know, there's passion. Everybody wants to do something. People are thirsty to pray. People are so desperate to worship God. So that's all I see. I see passion for Christ right
wonderful,
here.
Wonderful.
And
Thank you so much. Blessing. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
We are so glad to have her, and she has really blessed us today. We just pray into her life that the gift of God will continue to shine brighter and brighter in her. And for you, audience, thank you so much for watching this video. And of course, we would like you to share it to others so that they can also be blessed. Blessing has told us few nuggets that other people would like to hear. Once again, my name is Pastor James Egodibie, and I pastor RCCG Solid Rock Parish, Derby, 55 Woods Lane, DE 22 3UD. If you're looking for a Bible-believing church, we have wonderful brethren here. One day, I hope to see you to worship with us. Bye, and God bless you.